Okay, welcome to the demonstration of the IIS project. So this is our web server, and on our web server we have IIS installed, or Internet Information Services Manager, which is Microsoft's application that allows you to configure a bunch of different website settings for your website. And since they're locally hosted, yeah, we have we have four sites, sorry. And the first site is a super simple HTML that it literally just says site 1. So let's hop over to the client. This is our client, and you can see that it can access site 1. And it just says this is site 1. It can also access site 2. And then there is protected files and regular files. So that's the two directories. However, as you can see, you need authentication in order to get in. So administrator should allow you to see the directory. So authentication is needed, but for the regular files one, you do not need authentication, so that works. Site 3 is a similar thing, except it's 3 different directories, and it has sub-website folders. And then, yeah, they all just say welcome to marketing or welcome to sales or whatever. So that is site 3, and then site 4 is this one, and I had trouble configuring that. I know you're supposed to have a certificate, but the certificate was really challenging for me to get working, and I just couldn't get it to work. So fortunately, when I do site 4, it just loads. So even though it should have domain admins appended to it, but I just couldn't get it to work. But if we take a peek at the security, yeah, I did add domain admins and gave them like read, write, and execute. But I just couldn't get the cert to like be created, which was a pain. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this VM. And then the Active Directory is, well, of course, an Active Directory that connects all the other, this is the certificate I was trying to get working, but anyway, our Active Directory just has, yeah, like our web server and then our client connected, but it also additionally has the server monitoring software Sysgauge, which I find quite intuitive and easy to use. For example, it does IIS server monitoring, which is great in my opinion. Like right now it says 2 connections, which is true because we have 2 websites open here. But if I close this and then I skip back here, it should update, I think. Oh, right. 2 as in like different servers. If I close that, 1 connection, yeah, it's dropping 0. So it can view the IIS connections, which is pretty cool. And there's also different users if you're using different users. It also has SQL Server Monitor. I forgot to mention that the AD has SQL installed to a second drive, but at the moment, like we're not really doing too much with the actual SQL. But yeah, the E drive has SQL installed and running on it. If we go to this PC, it's a little slow. Wonder why that's not showing up. Okay, well, it should have shown up. That's really odd. I'm not 100% sure why that's not showing up because I did install SQL services. Because like it does have some stats here, the index search rate and the hit ratio, but again, that's weird. I'm actually not sure where that's installed to. It should be there. But I don't know. Moving on, the system monitor is great for CPU usage, as well as like memory usage or disk. There's a bunch of different like bar graphs on the right that you can have. You can also save the data and like have different like report creations. So like you can export reports. Also has a network monitor. So if I was to, I'm trying to get the cert working, ping, and then let's ping this guy, the web server. So if we ping that guy a couple times, it's pinging, and it's not much, but there is a bit of a spike, like 13 or so, 27. Not a whole lot, because that's just pinging, but I believe that's functioning the way it should be. And then disk monitor, again, just like more in-depth usage of free space and what it's actually running at the moment. And IOPS, you have that there, which is cool to see. System Analyzer is just kind of like, you'll give it a sec, but it basically kind of diagnoses your PC and says, okay, this is what's configured, this is what's not, and maybe you want to do more. So that's gonna load. Yeah, here you go. So like, it's telling you the CPU usage is like cool, the disk is fine. But there's also, I guess, a couple errors which it tracks, and I guess it's not too happy about DNS and SVC host for some reason. Anyway, that's a neat like troubleshooting. It also gives you a little grade. I'm not sure if there's a number or if it's just like, I think it's just arrow based, I guess. The process monitor is kind of similar to the like Windows application services like tab and task manager. It just shows you like current processes running on your computer, on your server. So memory monitor is like RAM usage and I guess a little breakdown of the caches as well. CPU monitor, very similar, except it has graphs for the utilization and even like power time, a couple other frequency, so like useful information here. And then system status is kind of like a general overview of current system status. So yeah, CPU, IOPS, disk stuff, memory. It's a good general overview tab. And that's pretty much it for Sysgauge. It's really easy to use. Unfortunately, it doesn't have ESXi support, so can't really monitor that. But like honestly, for a free-ish software, this is pretty good. Like if you wanted to add more like monitor like windows on the left, you do have to pay. But honestly, I think it's only like 120 US, so that could be very worth it as it's a one-time purchase. So And yeah, that concludes my video on IIS. Thank you for watching.